Good evening, agents, and welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight live stream. Thanks for joining us. As always, I'm your community manager, 3RL. I can't believe it's already another live stream. I feel like time just flies. I blink, go to sleep, they put me in a closet, and I wake up, and we're here for another live stream. As far as you guys know, you've already seen it posted on the forums a little bit, but we're here. How you doing, announcer?
It's
check.
Good to be back. Hey man, I'm actually glad that everybody's was enjoying the 10-year anniversary. I saw a lot of positivity and a lot of community sentiment that was really overall positive compared to the recent updates. So I hope you guys enjoyed all those goodies, all the good events, all the fun stuff in game. Yeah, it's 10 years, man. That's crazy. I still can't get over it.
I know. What's up, everybody in the chat? Try to have my iPad over here so I can say hello. Check it out. Hope everyone is doing well on this Monday evening. Thank you again for joining us. Anyway, let's get right into it. But announcer, tough question for you, and I want you to hit me with the real facts. Do you think I have what it takes to be recruited by Professor X?
I mean, bro, if they needed some tech guy, some sound guy on the back end, that would be all over you, dude.
Yeah.
I wonder what your superpower would be.
Could help with the tech side. I would, whether they need a DJ or some morale or, just I want to be a part of the X-Men.
DJ 3RL.
Wicca. To me, my X-Men. Anyway, X-Men, as you know, superheroes to protect humanity with their mutant superpowers are back. Everyone known has seen the June is Marvel Animated 97, which I know many agents have been looking forward to, and I've been seeing it in the comments.
Yeah, they've been super excited for X-Men 97 forever, and I'm super glad that we're finally doing this live, bro. Let's go.
Turned up the volume in the chat. How do I sound? Everybody let me know. In this update, turn up a little bit more. All right, check. How do I sound? Pump up the volume, someone says.
Pump up the volume says, I hate
All
this.
Right. All right, let me know. We'll check it. Too low? Okay. Just kind of getting it figured out. Wait a little bit. Okay, cool. Anyway, right into it. Thanks for being patient. All right, in this update, Beast has received a new uniform and a tier 4 advancement, and Storm and Cyclops have also got new uniforms.
There they are.
Yeah.
Their portraits, even the portraits themselves, dude, kind of give off that nostalgic vibe.
Yeah.
The blue, white, the red background. I like it, dude.
And they're very clean. I will say there's a lot of details going in there. Also, Roberto da Costa, aka Sunspot, was introduced as a new mutant at Xavier's school and has stumbled his way into the battlegrounds of Marvel Future Fight as a new hero joining the game, and you'll be able to get him tomorrow.
I'm always proud to have some Latino representation, bro. Let's go.
And lastly, there's one hero who's been left out, and you've seen the beautiful key art. That's Bishop. He'll be joining the team in a future update, so be sure to check it out in the forums for more information when that comes. So if you're a Bishop fan, stay tuned. All right. Who in the chat is an X-Men 97 fan? Please spam the X if you've seen the show.
Let's get those X's in the chat, fam, if you're a X-Men 97 fan.
I see someone saying there's a little bit of reverb. Echo bad. Okay, turning it back down. Thanks. Okay, cool. Got it. We're working on it, chat. Thanks for being patient. Let's see if we got some X's in the chat. I have to confess here and say I really wanted to binge watch all of the available season before this live stream. But I was, got busy. I did watch the recent Marvel movie that came out to Disney Plus. I think it came out this weekend or last. And I'm still waiting to see Thunderbolts. But anyway, enough about that. Look at all those X's in the chat. Let's go. We got fans. All right. Just a little spill before we get started. It's time to dive into the June update. But first, please note the footage presented today is on a test build in a testing environment. And there still might be differences from what you see on my screen versus what was released in the forum. So just in case you're new here, we also have a gift for agents at the very end. So please look out for that. And as always, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. With that, let's jump into the June updates. All right, first up, just going to give a quick shout out to Goliath, Yellow Jacket, and Cassie Lang, who have gained potential transcendence. So be sure to look forward to them and with this update. But let's jump into the action, shall we? Alrighty, first we're gonna meet Sunspot, a new hero added to this update. Let's take a look at his uniform here. He is ripped. There we go.
To see him all like blacked out like that. But, like,
yeah, with like the particles, it look really fun.
My mic is now muted, chat, so hopefully you guys can still pick me up.
All right, yeah. He's a new hero. He uses solar energy, absorbs the light around him, and appears black, just like the name, when he uses his ability. You think you look at the stun, maybe you shouldn't have stared at it directly, but it makes sense, you know, sunspots. He can be advanced to a tier 3 right after release, and Sunspot gathers solar energy and bursts into a powerful explosion. His steps are so hot, he makes the ground as hot as the surface of the sun when he attacks his enemies. His leader skill is called Sunshine. Zoom out a little bit, he's not so far away. Applies to all allies, increases speed by a small percentage. His passive skill is called Solar Heat and increases flame damage for all allies. And his tier 2 passive is called Blessed by the Sun. Applies to self and increases guaranteed crit rate, ignores target dodge rate, and increases skill and bonus damage. I wish I was blessed by the sun. But let's take a look. All righty. You're gonna be missed, announcer. All right. All right. Again, as always, just trying to have fun with this. So let's check out that run speed. To be fair, for a flyer, he seems a little slow, but that's okay. All right. I haven't seen many of these skills outside of just pressing around the buttons in that little intro thing, but let's check it right out. First skill is called Sunstrike. Oh, that was bright.
That's a pretty effort.
All right, cool down. Yeah, there we go. All right, one more time. Sunstrike. All right, that's fun. This causes burn and paralysis and flame damage. Skill number 2 is called Solar Storm. These guys on the left are going to experience that one. Silence and incapacitation with some flame damage as well. Oh, I like those particles. There you got some of those like little black dots popping around. Is anyone in the chat like a science nerd and can tell me like how hot something has to get to turn that color? Then that'd be really great. You know, we can educate all of us in the chat. All right, skill number 3 is called Solar Prominence. Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Those guys are having a bad day. It's like melting them, like it's an effect of melting. This causes burn and decreases in flame resistance and adds paralysis and applies to self. Recovery of HP, accumulate pure damage, and increase basic attack based on pure damage accumulated. Skill number 4 is called Solar Blast. Direct. Oh yeah, it's also you know, our favorite V-pad. Feels like dragon's breath a little bit, but I guess the sun would feel real hot, so.
Yeah, the fire looks like legit sun. Fire.
Now you can experience the sun in real life without having to go to the sun and melt yourself. All right, this causes stun and applies to self invincible. Skill number 5 is called Nuclear Fusion. Makes his own mini sun. Again, from the perspective of like you're a baddie in this game, or you're just a baddie in the universe of Marvel, and you like happen to stumble upon someone like Sunspot, you're not coming home. You're that's your last day of service. This causes burn and decreases all basic defense and applies itself an increase of basic attack, defense, speed, and crit rate while removing incapacitation. All right, next up, let's check out his ultimate skill, Flare Bomb. Are you still able to see the chat over there,
Yeah.
announcer? Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. I know your mic is a little on the fritz, but let's check out Flare Bomb. Yeah, so now he's burning so hot that he's like, yeah, those guys are wrecked. Yes. All right, let's jump into those combos real quick before we move on to the next hero. All right, 3, 5, and 4. Real quick. There we go. As always, you can check out those other combos or look to your fellow community members and content creators. They always come up with really good combos. All right, following up, Beast, who has an animal-like strength and agility, has received a tier 4 advancement. Let's check him out. Alrighty. As one of the founding members of the X-Men, Beast also has brilliant talent in science and has an animal-like battle style. I gotta love his look too. Again, just take a look. He looks like he's like a sports player. He's like getting ready to go to action. He slays his enemies with his sharp claws. He also uses weapons that he's invented, even components of the Sentinel, to attack enemies. His leader skill, Scientific Mind, his passive skill, Self-Embrace, and his tier 2 passive, Power Science, will all remain the same. So be sure to check those out. I do believe they are listed on the forum as well. But let's check out his uniform options real quick.
He looks really sick, like he's ready to pounce.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker. All right, so let's go. Obviously, we got to choose Cyclops. Feels like they could be, you know, friends or acquaintances, cousins, and then Cable, Heart, Darkness. That's a fun one for me. All right, let's go ahead and check out what Beast can do in game. Someone said I should do the Beast haircut. I'm into it. I know. All right, let's turn off that cooldown. Yeah. See, he looks like he wants to play football, but maybe, I guess if you're a linebacker, you can you just holding down the line, right? I'm not the best. My knowledge isn't that great with football, so announcer, I don't know if you got any tips there. But let's jump right into it. First skill is called Beast Hunt. Ooh, okay. This causes bleed, as you can see. I just like the way that looks. Skill 2 is called Rolling Stamp. Oh, whose skill was like that recently that did like a hop? I can't remember off the top of my head. But it reminds me of that one. This causes incapacitation and paralysis. All right, skill number 3 is called Technology and Ferocity. Just gonna throw some stuff out. Yeah, some little, whoa, dang, messed up the ground there. Looks like he throws out a couple little, at first I thought they were stun grenades, but they definitely cause some fire damage there. This causes burn, stun, and applies a self-barrier, accumulates pure damage, increases all basic attack based on pure damage accumulated. All right, skill number 4 is called Sentinel Smash. Whoa, is he taking the arm of a Sentinel and flinging it around?
Yeah, it did say he uses Sentinel, so...
Yeah, I was imagining, I think there's some other skills that use some Sentinel stuff, and I was maybe he's gonna, I think someone throws down a head, or maybe that was another character, but yeah. Yeah, but that one he's literally taking it and using it. That's a good way to use it though. This causes burn, shock, and stun, decreases basic defense, and is stackable, and applies itself a recovery of HP with a 100% chance to grant all damaged immune and increase basic attacks. All right, skill number 5 is Instinctual Attack. Guys up here on the left haven't had enough action, so let's give them some. I don't want to call it love, but you know. Oh, I love that one. Skill 5 is my favorite of his so far. Spread them all out, so we'll do these little guys here too. This causes bleed, fear, and incapacitation. Applies invincible, increases basic damage by percentage for 1 attack. His awakened skill will remain the same, Hunter's Chase, but let's check it out in the new uniform as we like to do. barrage. All right, one more time, because I want to see it. Sorry, chat, if you've seen this too many times, but I want to see it one more time. And then lastly, we will have his striker skill, which is precise analysis. And I added Storm, of course, because, you know, you gotta keep the X-Men in a crew. This causes, this ignores all damage over max HP, increases basic damage. Combo time. Will we go 2 for 2? We'll see. 3, 4, and 5. Quick. Yeah, we're good. Alrighty. Beast is a beloved character who is both a genius scientist and a compassionate member of the X-Men team. Up next, we have Storm, who controls the wind and weather and has also gained a new power through this update. All right, as you can see here, we have the new looks and abilities for Storm, whose priority is to protect mutants and the world. As we know, Storm manipulates the weather, such as wind, ice, and thunder, to attack her enemies. Always thought she was a really cool character, personally. In addition, she can also buff herself with her skills and attack together with Magneto as well, so look out for that one. Her leader skill, Fair Wind, applies to all allies and increases all speed. Her passive skill, Eye of the Storm, will remain the same, but her tier 2 passive, Churning Storm, has an increased skill and bonus damage while decreasing damage received. So check out her uniform options as well. Let's see. I personally, again, gotta go with Cyclops. He's part of the crew. And then Moon Knight, because I wish there'd be a second season. And last, let's go with Ebony Maw. Now to check out her skills in game. You gotta catch that little hero entrance. As always, let's give her a good... She seems very slow. She is casually getting to wherever she needs to be. Living her best life.
A little faster.
Yeah, Sunspot is definitely faster. She has a little dust cloud. She's hovering just close enough to the ground. All right, first skill is Lightning Dash. Shock and paralysis. Ooh, I like that one actually. That was quite the dash actually. Oh, I was trying to go to those guys. I still got the guy on the left there. And again, this causes shock and paralysis. And skill number 2 is called a Wind Snare. I appreciate that her set of skills kind of incorporates all the different elements. That's fun to me. Little wind up before that wind, little cyclone. It's almost like she's throwing a cyclone punch, you know? This causes snare and some lightning damage, actually. Shock at the end. All right, skill number 3 is called Ice Spike. Rough day for anyone experiencing Ice Spike. All right, noted. Yeah, I apologize ahead in the chat if the mic is extra sensitive today. I'll try to not to be so crazy or loud or hurt anyone's ears. I can't help if it happens. And trust me, it's probably gonna happen at least one time. All right, again, Ice Spike. Check it out one last time. This causes chill and applies itself and increased to basic attack, defense, speed, and crit rate while moving incapacitation with a 100% chance to grant all damage immune. Skill number 4 is called Conductive Strikes. Woo! All right, let's check it out. Oh, there's Magneto way over on the side. I gotta try it on a little bit to the other group. Let's see. Right here, so maybe get a good... Oh, he's taking... That's cool. Okay, so he's taking... She's electrocuting metal that Magneto throws in. That's kind of fun to get a better... There we go, see? Just... It's kind of off camera a little bit, but he's there, I swear. This causes a shock fracture and applies itself. Invincible. Skill number 5 is called Omega Storm. Pretty hefty name. Let's see if it lives up to the title. Oh, I mean, already. Yeah. The lightning eyes means she's there for business. This increases all resistances to chill, causes stun, increases all basic defense while applying to self recovery of HP and increasing all basic attack. Let's check out her ultimate skill, Goddess Judgment. This one will remain the same, but I just like seeing them all because, you know, it's fun. That guy was selected. He is doomed. Yeah.
And all their cell phones are now charged.
Charged or fried. And her striker skill will also remain the same. This one accumulates a small percentage of pure lightning and chill damage when attacking, increases lightning and chill damage. Let's just go ahead and take a look. And I threw in their Gambit just for fun. You know, I'm a fan. All right. It's time for a combo. 3 in a row. Let's go. 3, 5, and 4. Oh, I think, yeah. 4, so the last combo you got Magneto in there. All right. Make them mind your weather, sister, and then weather your mind. All right, last up. His name is Cyclops, and he's definitely a good guy. He can blast powerful energy beams from his eyes, and he can also, and has also become stronger. Cyclops is an iconic figure that leads the mutants. And I have to say personally, back in the day, if I look back at like watching the show, he was one of the characters I remember the most. Besides the man who says bub, and you all know who I'm talking about, our boy. But aside from his energy blasts, Cyclops also attacks his enemies with Sunspot, giving Sunspot a little shine. He's a new hero, you know how it goes. And it's nice to see the older generation lend a hand to the up-and-coming heroes. His leader skill is Natural Born Leader. This increases all basic attack by a higher percentage as well as basic defense. His passive skill, Leader of X-Men, applies to all allies and increases energy attack and basic damage dealt to super villains. And his tier 2 passive ignores dodge rate, gets a buff with super armor and increases in basic damage and a high percentage to skill and bonus damage. And last up, we'll check out his uniform options as well. Let's go with Venom, because I always gotta let your pass. Alrighty, now let's check out his moves in the class of the look for Cyclops, shall we? Here we go. Get his little intro there. Okay, all right. He has like a little...
Really bad.
The little red blur at the end.
Yeah, the trails.
The trail. His eye lasers are so intense, you know? Alrighty. Skill number 1 is Blazing Punch. Hope everyone's doing well in the chat this evening. This causes shock and snare. Imagine getting punched in the face and then shot with a laser beam. All right, skill number 2 is called Optic Crush. Again, sounds like someone's gonna, yep. The laser beam is so intense that it rips up the ground and yeah, destroys your day. This causes stun, fracture, and paralysis. And skill number 3 is called Double Optic Blast. Yeah, you're having a bad day. I'm telling you, if you're up against Cyclops, to be fair, I wouldn't want to mess with most of these superheroes or supervillains. This causes burn, fear, and applies itself, granting all damage immunity, and accumulates pure damage, increases all basic attack based on pure damage accumulated. Skill number 4 is called Optic Prism. Ooh, that guy was wrecked. All right, one more time. Oh, that was, there we go. That was a way better aim for that. Got it a little bit of everybody. One more time. Oh, okay. The other one was perfect before. It's causes stun incapacity. Incapacity. Right? Decreases all basic defense and is stackable and applies itself invincible. Oh, sorry, I didn't have any caffeine today. I'll blame it on that. All right. Skill 5 is called Sunspot Bomb. I'm going to reset these guys. Yeah. All right. Now everyone's back there properly. Let's check out. Oh, he's like powering up his little sun bomb thing. That's cool. And it's like, it has a little like laser beams. I don't know, I'm making signs, you can't see my hands right now. But this causes burn and paralysis and applies itself a recovery of HP, increases all basic attack, defense speed, and crit rate. All right, let's check out his ultimate skill, shall we? Rays of Ruin. All right. This one decreases all basic defense, decreases speed, causes burn and snare, and applies itself, increases guaranteed crit rate, 100% chance to penetrate with super armor, barrier, shield, all damage immune. And it grants invincibility, increases basic damage by a large percentage for one attack, and ruins your day. All right, and then we'll just go ahead and check out the striker skill as well. This one will remain the same, but it's called Piercing Beam, now that everyone is all spread apart. All right, it's combo time. Combo time.
They are all original.
3, 5, and 4. Yeah, I love
Probably my favorite skill.
the 5 when he pops up. He even jumps up there. All right. Well, the professor loved to say, trust happens when action meets words. Thank you, Cyclops, for those great words. I appreciate it. All right. Let's move on to the next section, shall we? No. All right. There we go. Alrighty then, with the character showcase finished up, we're going to move on to some new content coming along with the v1100 update. And that's right, if you've seen the forum, you already know Elite Gear has been created to give your heroes the edge in the battle to come. Tier 4 heroes will be able to break their stronger than ever before. But question is, what does that mean? And if you haven't seen the forum, a 5th gear slot has been unlocked, and agents will be able to choose the specialization stats, the gear stats of the Elite Gear. So each hero can be customized on your own, whatever you like there. So let's take a closer look at the upgrading of that Elite Gear, shall we? All right. With that being said, bear in mind this is a test build, and as you can see, there's no gear equipped on some of these characters. But that's okay. If you want to, I have some gear on some other characters later, but let's go ahead and jump into, we're on Cyclops. We'll stay here. As mentioned earlier, Elite Gear are upgradable gears and are only available for tier 4 heroes. As you saw in that slide earlier, there are 4 types of Elite Gear, and the type of Elite Gear is available for each hero, may differ. An Elite Gear has 4 specializations. Man, whoo, it's hard. Words are hard. Has 4 specialization stats, 3 common specialization stats, and 1 unique stats for the base. And you can kind of see this down here, just locked out at the moment, but you'll get right in with the materials. For example, Sword of Bones, you see, will have an increase to all elemental damage, where there's a Serpent Crown with the increase basic damage received. And we can even show you right here. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see how it works. Just give a quick unlock. And each character has different gear that you'll need. So you see now we have some, we can manage the gear, click here. And then I only on level 1. So like, let's say all basic attacks. I'm just gonna level up the gear, and let's max it out, shall we? At least here. All right, all the material we have selected, wonderful. Let's push it through. All right. And then now we have all these points, so we can apply them wherever we want. Don't mind me. I'm just, giving you a good example. But you apply. Bam. Go back. Look at that. I made it a challenge. But yeah, when you unlock the gear, you increase that level. When you level up gear, you can acquire gear stats and specialization stats, as you see. And you can distribute the gear and stats how you would like that suits your heroes and your player style. Aside from old materials, you've noticed 2 new materials in there as well. We have that can be found in the World Boss Legend and Arena Shop. And if you didn't see those are the Godstone here. And the other one, as you saw here, is Power of Demiurge. What do you think, announcer?
Yeah. Well,
oh yeah. Oh right. Just pretend, everyone, that you're hearing the announcer. Anyway, I keep forgetting there's microphone issues. Right. So be sure you play this extra content so you can get that specialization stats on my equipment, and that includes World Boss, Legend, and Team Battle Arena. All right, moving on. Aside from this, a card crafting tutorial has been added and related features have been improved. We'll check that out next, shall we? All right, now the premium cards can also be changed to a premium boost card packs to save your inventory slot. Be sure to always check out those locked cards. Don't want to convert the ones you don't need. And the last thing you want to do is actually use the cards that aren't working. But also, we have this card crafting event going on right here. Hold on one second. One moment. But yeah, I'm just going to keep going. The last thing, so that was in relation to the card crafting item. This can change the color of the crafted star that you've added. It's called the card recraft ticket. So let me show you that one real quick. And mind my inventory. Again, this is a test build. So you can see some of my old cards here. These are just some random ones. Let's go with Gwenpool. Select that one. All right. You can use items like this to change the color of the stars into one of the starting from the left. But there's one thing to watch out for. The craft options will also be changed. So please check if you're willing to change the color of the stars, even if the craft option will be changed. All right. So that's the item I wanted to show. We accidentally showed this thing next, but that's okay. Now is the card crafting quest that I mentioned and you've seen in the forum. Let's just do that for fun. Bam, there we go. Got a little bit in action. But all right, now let's go over to the card crafting quest. Say that 5 times fast for me. All righty then. The card crafting quest is an event for new players, or actually everyone, but you can select one premium card that you want to craft from the list. And I believe we have a video we can show of that was played earlier. All right. So basically I can't select it again, but there's a quick video. There's going to be about, I think there's 9 to 12 different cards on there you can pick. And some of the exclusions include the What If, Ghost Rider, and Marvel Zombies. But other than that, most of them can be selected. So we're going to show that quick video of those cards available right now. There we go. All right, here we go. I was watching one of our content creators videos earlier, and I went with Luna Snow for this little test. But you can see the different ones available here. Let's see. And then once you collect it, then there's going to be, you can proceed with these quests with a premium comic card you selected, and you'll get that 6-star crafted premium comic card as such. All right. Now back to me. All right. Whew. All right. So as you can see here, you can get that 3-star card recraft ticket in these here. Check out here. Some of these rewards might be going too fast for everybody. But each quest will require a different kind of thing you need to do. For example, Dimension Quest, clear 10 stages. I just did one to show. And then as you go up that list, you'll be able to upgrade your card. And agents will be able to get an additional pierce damage. Can get at least 2% through this quest. The tutorial will be available to all users, so not just new users. So don't miss a chance to get a 6-star crafted premium card. And lastly, let's take some time to look at the quality of life improvements coming with this update. Welcome back, host cam. First of all, a new tutorial will be added, and some tutorials have also been changed for new agents. So new agents can catch up a little easier at the 3 heroes that are distributed in the beginning. So that is Captain America, Iron Man, and Black Widow. They will now start at a 6-star, and new agents can also equip a uniform to Iron Man with the Iron Man uniform tutorial. And the next agents can set a tier 4 skill hero right away from the pop-up notice that shows up when you proceed to content without choosing a tier 4 skill hero. This happens to me all the time. I'll go into some content and it'll be like, oh, you don't have a striker, and then you'll be able to set that up. So I think it's pretty convenient. So let us know in the chat if that's something that helps you. I always mistakenly forgot to do it. But lastly, the maximum enchant count of bulk enchant will now be limited based on your inventory slot, which will prevent inventory slot from being overloaded from now on. And we've also added more convenience features were added and errors were fixed. And as you could probably see on the forum, we tried to list out all those. So be sure to check out the forum if you're missing any details here. And with that, that is the main list of updates for the June update so far. I saw some questions about some of the comic cards there. It should say on the forum if you're looking for any details about which cards are or aren't there. But as always, like I said, there's more details on the forum. Thank you for joining us. But now it's time for that special sweet coupon code. The code is back to the 90s. I think that's a great code. It's so hard because like usually I have the announcer to back off, and now it's just me monologuing once again. It's like way back in the day before we added him. So I'm just like da 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 da. Anyway, this coupon code can be reused in the main hobby screen, settings, info, and coupon. And if you're an iOS and Apple user, you usually have a coupon registration form popped in the chat, but everyone should know where it is if you've been here before. If not, help out your fellow community members by sending that link to them. And with that, that's all for today's announcements. Be sure to follow us on social media for all things Marvel Future Fight. Like this video, subscribe to our channel if you're not. What are you doing here? Thanks for joining if you've just randomly found us on the internet. Normally, this is the part where I'd bounce over to the announcer to say, how are you doing? And check on him, but with his mic out, it's just going to be me. So again, just want to take a moment to say thank you to all the community members who have joined us every time, regardless of your time zone. I know it could be late for some of us, so thank you very much. Appreciate you always, and we couldn't do this without you. Again, that code is back to the 90s, and good night, everyone. This is Thorell signing off, and the announcer, he's here in the background working. And we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful evening.